Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to this lesson. It's about Christocentric coaching. Christocentric coaching. And this lesson is perhaps a valuable one, even if you're not a coach, counselor, or mentor, but just an individual who needs a little help, hope, and healing to understand what is happening about life and in general. But this lesson is going to aim at providing the coaches that seeking to integrate their Christian faith in their coaching practice. So this begins with an introduction that focuses on importance and benefits of Christ-centered coaching. And this is emphasizing the transformational power that this approach can bring to clients. Christ-centered coaching, well, it's a transformative approach that has gained much traction and significance. It recognizes the ability to facilitate personal recognition of one's spiritual identity. Our identity is really our divinity. See, it's who we are, who we've always actually been. But by integration of these principles of faith into coaching practices, individuals are able to tap into their inner strength and connect to their true self. Well, what is their true self? Well, we are a spirit man with flesh on them. That's who we are. And if you're not following me for some time, perhaps you need to find out what I'm saying here about flesh as a spirit man. Well, this enables them to make a change in their lives because the power is within that individual already, even at birth. One key aspect of Christ-centered coaching is the emphasis on aligning one's goals and values with a spirit-filled finished work perspective. What does this mean? A lot of people are teaching a works mentality trying to achieve something. But we're working from a finished work perspective that Jesus said is finished. And he doesn't need any help in finishing what he finished. So this alignment allows individuals to gain clarity on their purpose, their sense of meaning and fulfillment, and overcome obstacles. That is, Christ-centered coaching fosters a nurturing and compassionate environment where individuals feel safe to explore their deepest fears, doubts, and desires. Yes, I've been a coach, counselor, mentor since 1989. And I can assure you that most people come into the arena for help, hope, and healing with a coach, counselor, or mentor has some fears and doubts because that even driving to an appointment can be a fearful thing. I've learned through my experiences over these years. But through prayer, meditation, and reflection, clients are able to gain insights that can lead them to self-discovery, healing, and lasting change. Let me say that again. That's so powerful. The clients are able to gain insights that can lead to self-discovery, healing, and lasting change. Working within this framework not only supports personal growth, and personal growth is awareness. We don't grow spiritually. That's a whole nother lesson within itself. In most literatures, most books, most preachers and teachers are talking about spiritual growth. We do not grow spiritually. We really don't. So if you need help in that area, then look into what I'm saying is true. But we become more aware of who we are and have always been, and that's our strengths. That's our fellowship with God and with man, our awareness that we're one with all, everybody, everywhere. And therefore we can trust God and man because of his wisdom and guidance throughout our journey towards this transformational for awareness. The key word, folks, is awareness. This teaching explores the theological foundations of Christocentric coaching, looking into scriptures and these principles that underpin the coaching model that we're using. It's important to note that Christocentric coaching is a coaching approach that places Jesus Christ at the center of personal and professional development. He is the center. He is. And when we don't make him the center, then we make something or someone else the center. But this is not what we do here. It's the theological foundations that we use that can be traced back to Jesus' teaching on love, compassion, and gratitude. Every morning, wake up with the attitude of gratitude. Do you have a place to stay? Do you have food to eat? Perhaps a mode of transportation? These are blessings, folks, that we wake up every morning to. So give thanks that you had a place to sleep. Give thanks that you have some food to eat. Give thanks that you can get to your destination with some kind of mode of transportation. Have an attitude of gratitude. It'll take you a long distance. For instance, in Matthew 22:37-39, Jesus stated the greatest commandment is love. That's right. Love one neighbor as oneself. That's what he's saying. This provides the theological basis for Christocentric coaches to focus on building meaningful relationships and promoting holistic well-being. I like the word holistic. Overall, holistic. Everything. The well-being through emotions. Our well-being physically, mentally, emotionally, holistically. And then we could have empathy and care for those who maybe do not understand this. And that's the job of this idea of coaching that we're talking about. Additionally, Colossians 3:23 and 24 underscores the importance of working wholeheartedly as unto the Lord rather than from a human master. In practical terms, this means that the Christocentric coaching seeks to align individuals' personal and professional lives, well, to bring them about for positive change, both internally and externally. By grounding the coach down in these principles, the Christocentric coaching offers a unique perspective for professionals seeking spiritual awareness. Remember, I'm using the word awareness alongside their careers in the development of whatever they choose to do. Alongside this lesson, we're going to look at specific coaching techniques such as active listening, infused with empathy and compassion, unconditional positive regard, and powerful guidance. Well, when it comes to effective coaching techniques in a professional setting, one of the most essential skills is active listening. Are you watching your clock? Are you gazing off from your client? Are you fidgety? The time is for active listening. What does that mean? This skill involves giving the client your undivided attention and focus on their words, the nonverbal cue. You learn a lot by watching the people, body language, the nonverbal cues without interrupting or imposing personal judgment. The coach does not have any personal judgments when going into the client relationship. Leave those at the door, please. It's all about the client. By practicing active listening coaching, the coach demonstrates genuine interest and empathy toward their clients. It's all about the client. And this fosters a safe space for open communication. Now they feel safe, they can really communicate with you openly. And paraphrasing and summarization of the client's thoughts during the conversation And that ensures understanding, but also encourages them to reflect deeper on their ideas. Another powerful coaching technique is asking open-ended questions. Don't ask a question that the client can say yes or no to. You got to get them to answer questions that will give them an opportunity to share their deepest feelings. So give them questions that encourage self-reflection and introspective about their situation, why they came, why they took the trip across town, or maybe several miles to see you in your office, or maybe having just a Zoom meeting. The questions that you want the client to explore is different perspectives and evaluate potential solution. They have the solution within that the coach does not have their solution. May I say that again? The client is within them. They have within their own solution. You just simply give them guidance how to tap into and understand the guidance of the Holy Spirit that will bring clarity, that can bring clarity to the client. But lastly, offering constructive feedback using a balance of positivity and areas for improvement helps reinforce progress and motivates the individuals to strive for growth in their professional development journey. It's a journey they're on, and we're there to support their journey. Overall, incorporating these specific coaching techniques enhances communication skills, promotes critical thinking, which most people don't have much today, I've noticed, and the ability and it supports individual growth within a professional environment. That's what we're doing, we're trying to support the individual in their professional environment. Now, in this lesson, we illustrate how these techniques have been effectively implemented for professionals seeking to enhance their skills. Let me give you an example about this in my own personal experience with a client who was downtrodden, had no self-esteem anywhere with anything, working for minimal wage in a situation that looked like it had no really future. But by coming to my classes and earning a degree, when they got that degree and they showed it to the supervisor in her environment, guess what happened, folks? She got an immediate bump up in pay. She got an office and a new laptop computer, all just by saying she had a degree. They didn't ask her what kind of degree. You know, most applications today don't ask you what kind of degree do you have. It just says, do you have a degree, yes or no, on the application. So when you get a degree from us at the American Seminary, you can say you have a degree. It doesn't necessarily ask you what kind of degree, just because this is a biblically based, fully accredited degree in information, such we're talking about here, like coaching. Well, in this young lady's life, she became a problem solver. She had people that would come to her office at that company where she helped solve problems for the company. Isn't that wonderful? You can use your skills in many different ways, folks, in your family, with your friends, in your occupation. You can, but this lesson we're going to look into are like examples for organizations, as I'm just described, have successfully applied different techniques in order to achieve desired outcomes. And that my example I just gave you from this young lady is what I'm saying. By providing explanations and analysis, well, this lesson not only demonstrates the effectiveness of the techniques, but also highlights potential pitfalls or alternative approaches that may be encountered along the way. It's not a straight line, folks. There's going to be pitfalls. There are. I've had pitfalls along my journey, but I don't let the pitfalls deter me. Professionals can learn from these illustrations by critically assessing each step taken and understanding the rationale behind the decisions made. Through this reflective learning process, they can adapt and tailor these techniques to their own specific contexts, promoting interventions in their respective fields while avoiding common mistakes identified through these case studies like the one I just shared. Highlighting the potential challenges faced by Christocentric coaches, well, it offers some opportunities for strategies to overcome them, but staying true to their Christ-centered beliefs. You have to stay true to who you are as a spirit being with flesh on, as I will say from time to time, because that's my guide. This serves as a guide for coaches, shedding light on potential challenges that they may encounter in their professional journey. You will find that you have challenges. Well, you just will. It emphasizes the importance of recognizing and preparing for these challenges, equipping coaches with strategies to overcome them effectively. You need your strategies. Drawing from practical experiences, this presentation here explores diverse scenarios that coaches are likely to face, such as resistance from clients. I need to highlight this. You're going to get some resistance from some clients, especially when you talk about spiritual things. There's some people that will come to you that won't have hope and healing, and they have little interest in spiritual things. So you have to give them some scientific facts, like when the sperm and the egg meet, light appears, and they can research it because that's true. So what does this mean? That light is who we became, a light being. And we have a birth, a spiritual birth that starts in a mother's womb. And when we come into this world, we have flesh on. But we were birthed in eternity past by our own Heavenly Father, because He set everything up in motion before the foundation of the world or in eternity past, as it's been stated. So we have to give some specifics that they can go back to and then do their own research. And these are scientific facts that cannot be denied. And this can set you up now for what you're talking about from a spiritual point of view, because you've given them the foundation from where you're coming from as the coach. So by highlighting these things like we're talking about here, well, it can give the coach an opportunity to navigate through these obstacles successfully. The strategy addressed each specific challenge in a systematic manner, like I've just talked about, encouraging coaches to reflect on their own weaknesses and strengths, but in improvising their overall coaching approach. You may have to move back and forth in it, work with the client within what they believe in to change their minds about what is true spiritually, because the power is within. The kingdom is within, and the kingdom is where you have your own power source. As a result of these invaluable resources, it enables the inspiring as well as the experienced coach alike to enhance their skills and resilience in an ever-evolving professional relationship. It's changed a lot since 1989 for me. Wow. You got to roll with the punches, as the old saying goes. Learn what's going on now, because each continuously changes. But what is steadfast is your Christ-centered focus of who you are as a spirit being with flesh on. That is who we are. And so theologically and biblically, our scholarship is focused on who we are and have always been. But the experienced coach seeks to adapt a Christocentric approach as their practice has to be flexible and understand this important information that I'm sharing with you as a Christocentric coach. Know who you are, stay with who you are, and tap into who you are for the power that you need of who you are as a spirit being with flesh on. And that will give you the grounding. That will give you the grounding that you're going to need to stay true in your coaching, counseling, and mentoring practice, or wherever you are in this world, because this will stay true of who you really are. As I end everything I say and do, I just simply say, we'll be blessed today, friends. Fine, because you already are. Bye-bye now.